And also a reminder, this woman, Tamara Lich, a self-proclaimed leader of the Freedom Convoy or this convoy movement, is facing two very serious charges. There's one count to commit mischief and specifically counsel to commit mischief, and the other is to obstruct the use and enjoyment of property.
That's not for me to say, but she broke her parole, and for that she should be in jail.
Yeah, I feel like she should be in jail, honestly.
My personal opinion, just doesn't bother me. I wish they would let her go free.
Oh, I just believe that this is a travesty against our country.
Yes, I think that the decision today is an indication that their hope in Tamara is well placed.
Hey everyone, William Diaz here with Rebel News. Currently, as I am speaking with you, Tamara Lich is having her hearing on July 25th inside the Ottawa Courthouse. Right here, the woman, because she allegedly broke her bail condition, the woman now has been captive for 50 days awaiting this hearing. Hey folks, so as I'm recording this, just after breaking news that Tamara Lich has been released after nearly 50 days. 50 days spent in jail total since her first arrest back in February for mischief-related charges. I went to cover the streets of Ottawa for both days of her bail hearing on July 25th and the 26th. I wanted to show you what the people of Ottawa really think of Tamara Lich, the Freedom Convoy, and whether or not she should have been free. At the time of original recording, she was still incarcerated, potentially waiting for her trial date to be free. And afterwards, I will show you the breaking footage of when Tamara Lich stepped out of the courthouse, where I spoke with her lawyer funded by the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms, so definitely stay tuned. So today I'm going to go take the streets of Ottawa and ask people, first of all, if they know who Tamara Lich even is, second of all, what their opinion of the Freedom Convoy and Tamara Lich are, and if they think Tamara Lich should be jailed. That's going to be in a very interesting video. Let's go see how that goes. What's your opinion of the Freedom Convoy and Tamara Lich?
I support them fully. Absolutely, yes, I do.
I'd rather they not occupy the city in the middle. Very much better ways to get your message across.
Have you heard of the name Tamara Lich?
Yeah.
Yes.
The organizer?
Yeah.
What's your opinion of her?
I mean, all that I know from her is that she broke her parole a few times, and they've been after her for that.
Oh, I think it was stupid.
I've got no opinion of her. I'm not too familiar with her situation.
My personal opinion, just doesn't bother me. I wish they would let her go free.
Do you agree with the movement of the Freedom Convoy?
No.
Do you think that the organizers of the movement should be jailed?
Jail, I don't know.
Do you think she should be in jail for having organized the convoy or for having allegedly breaking her bail?
That's not for me to say, but she broke her parole, and for that she should be in jail.
Yeah, I feel like she should be in jail, honestly. And I feel like she's always like back and forth with like breaking parole and stuff, you know? Like she's always like, I hear news about her always coming from Ottawa, like coming in Ottawa to, you know, go to
What news have you seen about her? Well, the bail, the parole, or recently in the recent weeks?
Just like what I've seen on like the news, just like I think she lives in Alberta or something, and then she got caught like breaking her parole, like talking to her Freedom Convoy organizers, and then she came back here to Ottawa to like talk about like if she broke bail or not, and it just keeps going back and forth. She keeps doing it. It's just like
Should just stop doing it.
She should stop doing it. Yeah, like if you're breaking parole, maybe you shouldn't be doing that.
Well, I'd have to take a closer look at, you know, exactly what they did. I'm not too sure what the fact situation is, the extent to which what they organized was not law-abiding. So, like I said, I'm not too familiar, so.
Well, if they do something bad, I mean, yes.
Should be set free. Absolutely, yeah.
Why? What's the reason for you supporting the Freedom Convoy?
Freedom of speech, it's been violated. And so I just believe that this is a travesty against our country.
There's other people that deserve to be jailed more than her.
Do you support the convoy and the rights of people to freely express their opinion?
Express their opinion, yeah, but if it's disturbing people's lives, that's a questionable thing to do.
And what's the reason for you disliking or being against the movement that was here in February?
Like be against it? Like,
yeah.
What's the reason for it?
Yeah.
Just a big inconvenience in my opinion. Like a lot of honking and a lot of like harassment and neo-Nazi parties being part of the whole convoy, just disrespecting like memorial statues and stuff like that. It's just like not very Canadian. in my opinion. You know?
Disrespecting statues, being disrespectful and being inconvenient.
Yeah. Basically that. Yeah.
Did you guys support the BLM protest?
Yeah, I supported it.
I wasn't in them, but I did support their cause, yeah.
I didn't partake into any like protests when like it was really big in 2020, but like I donated to a lot of organizations and like just did my best to support like Black organizations.
Yeah, what made you hate it?
There's a lot of noise. Also, like a lot of people couldn't access things that they needed to access.
Okay.
And yeah.
So a lot of noise and a lot of people that couldn't access things. Did you support the BLM protest in the United States?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Currently, I am here for the second day of hearing for Tamara Lich's hearing. So I'm gonna go inside the courthouse. The judge is set to render his decision today on if Tamara Lich will be released or not. So we're gonna see there are so many protesters here. Let's see what happens.
Supporters at Rebel News, what'd you have to say?
She's not making any further comments.
Thanks, you.
Thank you. Bye. We heard from Tamara. She's very pleased with the decision, obviously. Mr. Granger, Eric Granger, and I are also very pleased with the decision today. We feel it's long overdue, and she will be out free, subject to the conditions that the court imposed from now until the time of trial. Eric, did you want to comment on the judge's dealing with Justice of the Peace Harris's decision?
Obviously, we're disappointed that it took nearly a month in custody to get to this point, but we're pleased at the conclusion today that the order detaining her was found clearly inappropriate, and that's now been corrected and she's been released.
Do you feel the Crown overly aggressively prosecuted this case, including the breach charge? I mean, do you think this is a normal prosecution?
You heard the judge's comments about the breach charge being tenuous. I couldn't agree more.
Sir, you and Tamara Lich has more than 30,000 people that signed your signature at Rebel News for Tamara Lich to be free. Do you have any comments of hope for those people?
Yes, I think that the decision today is an indication that their hope in Tamara is well placed.
Can I ask, who pays for her to go home? Like, is that at her own expense?
It will be at her own expense, but there's a lot of supporters and there's family, and she'll be making her way back home very soon. and as quickly as she can. I understand that she has a daughter who has a birthday later this week, so she's very anxious to get home and stay there.
What are the next steps for you and Tamara?
Next steps would be to review the balance of the disclosure that the Crown has provided, and to work towards trying to figure out how long a trial would be and when that trial might be.
Are you able to say what the conditions of her bail are?
The conditions of the bail are very much the same as they were. There's been some slight changes to the conditions, tightening up of the non-communication except in the presence of counsel. That's a little tighter than it was, and there's been an increase of the amount for the surety. It's a surety without deposit.
Now that Pat, George, and Tamara are released, I feel relieved, but it's not over. It's just the beginning. I hope they sue the pants out of the government and keep fighting.
Well, it's a relief. You know, it's like she's about freedom, right? And she's the way they took her, in court and in prison for no reason. She has no reason to be there.
It's about time. She's being locked up outside of her own province here, away from her whole family, and it's, there's 3 charges pending, and the breach was never proven. So I'm really happy to see her out. It definitely, as the judge said, is restoring more faith in our system, and we need faith in our system.
Hey folks, thanks to everyone who went to FreeTamara.ca to sign our petition, who donated for us to be able to cover her hearings here at the Ottawa Courthouse. If you want to never miss anything related to Tamara Lich, and if you want to see us cover her trial that will be happening soon, make sure to add on to FreeTamara.ca and you'll be able to see everything there.